Hello, good evening, and a very warm welcome to Rangers Radio. Well, good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Foxchair, on the show tonight as the one and only Albert substituting for his mucker Southside, and of course, the legend. Yes, the legend that is Big Stevie. Evening, gentlemen.
Evening, guys. How are you? I'm slipping about here in these shoes. They're a bit big to fill for me, mate. So, bear with me. But how are you two?
I'm good, mate. Evening, Stephen.
Good evening, boys. Welcome to the Dream Team Wednesday. Yes, on the big station, serving the nation. Yes, what a substitute we've got tonight, Ox, huh? Albert, huh? My God, huh? Brilliant. What a sub.
Don't put any fast boys down that wing, mate. Too old to catch them.
Listen, mate, it's like taking off David Dodds and bringing on Messi, Stevie.
Oh, that's the half.
Are we talking looks here? Are we talking football?
I'll let you work that one out.
Oh dear. I wouldn't like to say.
Listen, mate, you could have a go to Super Six, mate. You couldn't do any worse, could you, Steve?
Oh, no.
You're winning out that, by the way.
Well, I'm doing exceptionally well. I'm having a great season through that. Oh, dear. Anyway, we'll turn our attention to Rangers. Big game tomorrow night. Big game, you know. And we're just hoping that the Rangers that played, I know we never won the game, but the Rangers that played Man United, Tottenham, away in Nice and Malmo and turned up in Athens, and, you know, we're just hoping that they turn up, Stevie. Not the ones we've watched at Ibrox the last few weeks, mate.
That's it. Listen, we've been brilliant in Europe. Let's just leave the domestic stuff behind us, and hopefully the teams get that mindset and just go out and do the business. I mean, what can we say? Well, as you said, we're just hoping that the great European nights I've had so far in decent places like Olympiacos, and, you know, we should have put most of the teams to bed by half time. Just let's hope we can go out with the same attitude tomorrow. Listen, see, before we get into it, boys, can I give Gary Shaw Easter, who's a big shout out? He's been helping me a wee few things with Bully Fulton, leader of the Bully Boys. He's been helping me doing a wee couple of bits and bobs for him, so I'd like to thank him on the station, because he's a good blue nose. All right, Gary boy, thank you.
Well done, mate. Well done. What was the guy's name, mate? I never caught his name.
Gary.
Second name, mate.
Shaw. Gary Shaw.
All right, okay. Sorry, mate. I never heard it. Aye. Well done. Well done, and cheers, Gary.
Well, mate.
Aye. Albert, look, as we said, it's been Jekyll and Hyde in complete opposites at times, you know, and it's not. That's where a lot of the frustrations came from, mate, isn't it?
Aye, definitely. I mean, inconsistency. There's reasons for it. I mean, people just don't want to recognise the reasons, but there's reasons for it. And it's going to continue like this to the end of the season. So this game, tomorrow night, I'm just hoping we hit a bit of form, and we know we can play it. We know we can play well in Europe. So you're just hoping for that form to show its face tomorrow night.
Aye, I get it, mate. I get it. And listen, I read something today that you forget, and we've took lightly, it's the fourth time in 5 years we've been playing European football in March. Stevie, we talk about all the great teams and the things we've done in the past, but I don't think there's been that level of consistency getting deep in European trophies that the group in the last 5 years have got. It's mental, and some of it doesn't add up, does it?
No, it definitely doesn't add up. We've done brilliant, Ox. Over the last, as you said, 4 out of 5. I mean, we're punching above our weight. Nearly, once you kind of get into that group stage, you're punching above your weight nearly every game. people have got more money, every department spending big, and we've just no got it. So you're getting in there, and it just shows you if you get in with the right attitude, it could be a level playing field. You know what I mean? If you get in there, these European teams don't like the rough and tumble. If we get in there with that kind of mindset and don't show them respect, you know, it's a hard place to go, Turkey, you know. So just let's hope we can get there with the right attitude and application, and we should even keep it. I mean, would 1-0 down be a bad? I don't like saying it. It's not even in my thoughts, but I mean, getting beat 1-0 and bringing them back to Ibrox, would that be a bad result? Am I all right? I don't think so.
No, if you take traditional European ties, Albert, I get where Stevie's coming from there.
Definitely, mate. Definitely. It's with the way goals no counting anywhere. It's a different animal in Europe. I mean, I don't know about you, but I think that suits us better for some mental reason. Don't ask me explain it because I couldn't. But I think it does suit us better. I mean, we've went in Europe for, as you said, the last 5 years, deep in Europe for the last 5 years. Better than any other club in the country, you know what I mean? It's fantastic accumulating all these valuable points that get you up the table. But at the end of the day, if we come out of there, nothing each, one each, any draw, or a victory, or a 1-0, I would take any of them, mate. It would do me nicely. It's going to be difficult, but it's going to be difficult. I don't think I've not seen them play. But I don't think it's going to be any more difficult than some of the games we've played in the past. What's going to be difficult is just us, because we're going through this massive rebuild at the moment, and we're only halfway through it. So that's what's going to make it difficult. But they've showed on occasions into certain big games that they can produce it, man. Even going through the rebuild, they can produce it. There's no doubt about it. But we don't know when. That's the thing. We just don't know when.
Aye, that's the frustrating thing, and you know, and it's all the same players, and we've criticised them and we've polarised them domestically, Stevie, and we've all done it. Individuals, you've got ones you like, ones you don't like. But through the team selectively, we've criticised them. But in Europe, why, Stevie? Can you think about it? Have you got a rationale for it? The same players, mate. The dog and duck turns into Barcelona.
Aye, look, it's as plain and simple as this, Ox. In Europe, you get more time in the ball. And in Europe, not everybody's out to kick and break your legs and scratch, lie and cheat to get beat you. So it's a different ball game completely. I mean, I've been saying this on this show now for God knows how long. We've not got enough eye on our team domestically. We've no got it. And it showed there again. It showed again against Motherwell. We were bullied in certain bits of that game. Just big boys flinging their weight about. And our boys are on the upper. So see, when you go to Europe, it's a different ball game. The other teams are only interested in playing football. They're not interested in kicking the man or lying, cheating and doing all the dark arts. It's a game of football. And when you play football against Rangers, we intend to do good. We intend to do all right, so we do. So it's just, that's the only thing I can think of where you go for this slow, low block, crap Scottish football. I mean, it's deed. Managers are getting applauded for getting a draw at Ibrox because they played a low block. They put 11 men in their penalty box. They should be getting slaughtered for that. Come out and play a game of football. And that's the difference. Teams that come out and try and play football against Rangers, then if we're allowed to play our game, then we always intend to do all right. It's just you've got more time in the ball in Europe. It's as plain and simple as that. That's the only thing I can come up with, Ox. I can't tell you any other reason why we're so different in Europe compared to us domestically. Plus, we're getting refereed in a level playing field.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to throw that one to Albert, but I'll let you throw it. Albert.
Oh. Well, that's a fact, isn't it? Don't get me wrong, we've had some dodgy decisions in Europe as well, but not as many as the Scottish game. I know you can't say this. And it's a fact. One of the other reasons I think that we do well in Europe is because we play counter-attacking football, mate. And we We play counter-attacking football. We also play the high press at times, and it suits us. It just suits the players down to the ground, mate. And when we get it right, we're really, really good. The Lyon game, for example, what beat us that night is we missed two absolute sitters before they scored, and then all of a sudden they've got class forwards. They scored some good goals that team that night. Some class forwards and a couple of good midfielders. So you look at it.
Was it Tierney and Dessers, mate? Missed.
Aye, they did. Two sitters, mate. Absolute, especially the Tierney one. It was bad. But anyway, it happens, doesn't it? It's football. But I definitely we play counter-attacking football, and it suits us. It suits us right down to the ground. If we get it right, it suits us down to the ground. Obviously, bad passing is no part of counter-attacking football, and we've seen it being through a batch of that at the moment. Let's hope we don't do it tomorrow night, right enough. I've not seen this team, but for all accounts, they're a half-decent team. You know what I mean? They're no mugs. You don't get very many mugs in Europe anyway. You know what I mean? Even the so-called less fancied teams can still play football. Right? They're good. They're all usually technically good.
Aye. That was always the difference, wasn't it?
Oh, you can see that when, like, Kilmarnock and all them getting into Motherwell and all them, they get into Europe, and Hearts and all that. They just get the technicalities, the technical side of it just blows them out the water all the time, mate. All the time. Every team they play, even less known teams, they still technically the technical stuff rules them out. It's just a fact. But as Stevie says, too many weeks playing a low block, and all of a sudden they're asked to play a bit of football. They can't do it.
Aye, right, okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll hear for the manager, Stevie, if that's all right for you, and then we'll get the phone lines opened, yes?
That sounds like a plan. Then we'll get the bells in.
So let's hear for the gaffer, Barry Ferguson.
This is a tough question. Okay, Andy, kick us off. Barry, can you just update us on how the squad's looking? Sorry. Well, you can just update us on how the squad's looking for tomorrow night.
Everybody's travelled. Obviously, I guess you're asking about John Suter, Leon Balogun, both trained again today, and I need to wait until tomorrow morning to see how they react, obviously from the training session, but good to see them both back training and hopefully be available for selection tomorrow night.
How big a game is this for not just the team but for yourself as well, I suppose, because leading Rangers out into European ties, it must be a huge privilege for you.
Yeah, first and foremost, I think the team's done brilliant to get to this stage. Now you're up against a very good Fenerbahce team with some, in my opinion, top players. We've watched them closely over the last 3 or 4 days since the game at the weekend. And as you know, they've got a top-class manager as well. So, yeah, we're expecting a really tough game, but we're prepared in the right manner. And hopefully tomorrow, when we wake up, there'll be a few more available for selection.
Jose Mourinho had some nice things to say about yourself today. I just wonder if you heard those, and also he had something to say about Philippe Clement and his comments. Just wonder if you had any thoughts on those as well.
In terms of Jose Mourinho?
Yeah.
Well, listen, it's easy to say he's a top-class manager. He's won, I think, 26 titles, round about that. Titles in Portugal, England, Italy. So, yeah, in my opinion, top-class manager. And I'm really looking forward to coming up against him.
In terms of comments from Philippe Clement, did you have any concerns about those?
Can we ask some questions?
Did you have any concerns about the comments that came from Philippe Clement about Jose?
Oh, that's up to other people to decide what they think of Mourinho, but I think, as I said, he's a top-class manager and he's won so many titles and he's managed at so many top teams.
Please.
Berildo Kepler rakibinizi analiz ettiğinde Türkiye Ligi'nde mücadele eden Fenerbahçe ile Avrupa Ligi'nde mücadele eden Fenerbahçe arasında nasıl bir fark gördünüz?
Do you think Fenerbahçe's performances are different when it comes to Turkish Super League and European stage?
Yeah, we've watched obviously their games in the domestic league and also in the Europa League. But look, they change formation sometimes. But again, it's virtually the same sort of 11 they start with. And as I said, we understand what we're coming up against. We're coming up against a very good team They have players like Tadic, Dzeko up front. They have so many other top class players, and we're expecting a tough night. So I think we need to be at our very best if we want to get a good result here.
Barry, have you seen what you've wanted to see on the training field the last couple of days after what happened on Saturday?
Yeah, well, it was important that I got at least a couple of days in a row on the training field. As you know, last week only had one day before the Commander game, and then obviously before the game at the weekend, it was basically a rest day on the Thursday, and had the boys again on Friday. So this week we've had probably 2 full days to prepare properly, to go through certain scenarios within the game against a team who I think potentially could win the Europa League. So we need to be at it, we need to be organised, we need to be prepared, and we've certainly done that over the last 3 days.
Barry, this tournament has suited Rangers this season, and the games have been maybe a bit more open, which has suited Rangers. But do you expect that to be the same tomorrow? Because obviously Jose is a famously gifted defensive kind of coach.
Yeah, well, they play a certain way, and I know a lot of people say he's a defensive coach, but he's a top coach also. He knows how to set up teams and the way that they play. We've watched it, as I said, we've watched probably 10 games over the last 4 days, and I don't see the way his team play as a defensive team. I think they've got so many attack-minded teams, whether it's Tadic, Dzeko, the 2 wing-backs are really forward-thinking as well. The midfielders are good on the ball, they make aggressive passes. So, yeah, I'm expecting a tough game. The players know that as well. So we're prepared as much as we can, and we need to go and certainly give a performance that I expect from them. Now, as I said, we've had a couple of days to go through things. We've spoke, we've had meetings, we've been on the training ground, we've spent a fair bit of time, we've been in obviously meetings, going through things in terms of the way Fenerbahce approach games, certainly at home. So yep, I can't prepare the team much more, so we're ready to go tomorrow night.
Barry, you've obviously watched the Europa League from a bit of a distance so far in this campaign. Excuse me. Can you put your finger on perhaps why Rangers look a different team domestically and in Europe, and maybe play better in Europe when they're perhaps struggling domestically?
Good question. Look, I've been at all the games this season, home and away, and certainly look, some of the best performances this season has been in the Europa League. There's no doubt about that. I'm not going to hide away from the fact that they've shown their best, and I think we're coming up against a different level, if I'm being honest with you, after watching so much of Fenerbahce over the last 3 or 4 days. But listen, they've proved that at the highest level they can compete. They know that, and I'll expect that same sort of performance tomorrow.
Can you use your platform for translation? Onur Çubukçu, Bein Sports. Fenerbahçe'nin elinde 2 ayrı isim var. Edin Dzeko ve En-Nesyri 3 ayrı turnuvada 45 gol buldu bu 2 isim. Bu 2 isimle alakalı defansif anlamda nasıl önlemler aldılar?
Against them defensively tomorrow.
So you're basically asking me to give my formation away. But they have scored, as you said, 2 strikers, in my opinion, that are really dangerous. But listen, we've got a plan. We need to keep these sort of players quiet. The defenders and also the midfielders understand that. We've went through different scenarios in terms of the way that they attack, but there are 2 players that we have to keep an eye on. If we take our eye off the ball at any stage, then they're going to do one thing, and that's hurt you.
Türkiye'ye hoş geldiniz. Öncelikle takımda oynayan Rıdvan Yılmaz'ın durumunu soracağım. Sezon başında sakatlığı vardı. Son maçlarda oynamaya başladı. Hatırladığım kadarıyla birkaç maç önce asisti de oldu. Onunla ilgili neler söyleyecek onun performansı ilgili?
I've always liked Ridvan. He's a good player. The issue he's had at Rangers, as you mentioned there, has been injuries, but now he's back fully fit. He's played in a position which is pretty foreign to him. He's played right back for us. His natural position is left back, but he's one player I can rely on. He doesn't moan. I've asked him to play different positions, and he's became a big player. I like his attitude. His attitude has always been first class, and it's now about him being fully fit for the rest of the season, because I think if he plays more games, I think he can get better and better.
Barry, you had some famous European nights at this club under Walter Smith. Will you take a bit of inspiration from how he used to approach these ties as you go into this one?
I'll take a bit of inspiration, not just from Walter Smith, who was a great manager, but also Dick Advocaat and Alec McLeish. I know a lot of people say that I'm new to this job, and rightly so, but I've played in a lot of European games, whether that be Champions League or UEFA Cup it was at that stage. So yeah, but I understand at times that you need to play a different way, and that's something that me and my coaching staff have sat down and spoke about. And as I said, the coaching staff have got a lot of experience in Europe, and we're not getting into this blind. We know we're coming up against, as I mentioned, a very good team with very good players, and in my opinion a top manager, so we're expecting a tough night, but we're prepared. The guys know their jobs, they know their roles with and without the ball. So let's just look ahead to the game tomorrow night.
Last question please, Andrew.
Barry, you've talked about how the last 10 days or so has been a whirlwind. Have you quite managed to wrap your head around how you've gone from an ambassadorial role to going out there tomorrow pitting your wits against Jose Mourinho?
No, listen, it's settling down a bit. As I said, each day is getting a bit easier because obviously you're making some changes. But listen, there's still some things that I need to work on in terms of the football side of it, and also inside the training centre. Listen, it doesn't happen overnight, but I know I've not got long. I've only got 3 months in the job. But listen, I'm loving every single minute of it. I would like a bit more sleep at night, if I'm being honest with you. I'm not getting that, but listen, it's a role that, as I said to you, I'm going to go and embrace it, I'm going to go and enjoy it, and I'm going to go and give everything I've got.
Thanks everyone.
Thank you.
Right, cheers. Thank you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Well, pretty standard interview there, European interview. I think the major talking point would be the centre halves, Albert.
Aye, we're all just waiting, aren't we? If it's the same 5 that were in at the weekend, then I don't fancy that at all, mate, at all. So we're hoping that Suter and Balogun could be fit and ready to play. That's all we're hoping for, mate. It's just hope. We don't know. They've trained. So as far as I'm concerned, if you train, you can play. But what do I know about it?
No, Stevie?
Aye, listen, you're wanting for me, you're wanting Big Balogun in there anyway, you know what I mean? I just think Big Balogun's different class in Europe. As I said, you get more time, more space, and we need somebody to be commanding. Suter's commanding I know at times. He's not as commanding, I don't think, as Big Balogun. But any of the two of them, no, I think proper. Yeah, I just don't know. I was going to say maybe you might see one of them playing with proper. I don't know. But if the two of them come on, it wouldn't bother me at all. Definitely wouldn't bother me. But they're going to have to...
If we're honest, Proper's done all right in Europe. It's domestically, he's been really poor, innit?
Aye. Aye, to be fair, I would say so. But look, it's good that the fact that they've had a good training session under their belt, and a wee cameo, Big Balogun got on there for a while. So, listen, they've had a wee bit of match time, some training under their belt. Listen, they've been in Europe, they've played in games, they know the drill. So let's hope that the two of them are just ready to go if we need them. Anyway, so that's 100%. It's good. That's good. It's a positive, isn't
it? Would you play them all better if you were selecting the team?
Play who? Balogun and Suter?
Aye.
100%, mate. 100%. Even Hoffa, I'd play them. You can't play that. You can't play that back five that you played at the weekend. Honest to God, mate, you cannot. You just cannot. So I would play them regardless. Half fit, you're playing. Told you that before. Told you that lad the other night.
You're always radical because you'd play proper in goal, wouldn't you?
I'd play Broxy Bear in goal rather than that big clown at the door.
Aye, well, listen. So what we're thinking then? Did he hint that Yilmaz could be left back? Did he hint at that? Did you pick up on that, Stevie?
Oh, I never picked up on it. No, I didn't.
Just the way he was talking about Yilmaz at the end there. Obviously, back in Turkey, they've been asking questions about him all better.
Oh, aye, that's their talking point, isn't it? That's what they're going to be dialed into because he's a what do you call him? He's the other mob. He's no Fenerbahce. What's the other mob?
Galatasaray.
Galatasaray. Yeah, he's a Galatasaray. He's there. Played for Galatasaray. He wants to play for Galatasaray.
Oh, Hadji, you're talking about Hadji.
Oh, Hadji. Sorry, mate. Ridvan. Aye, but Ridvan, I know, is it? Ridvan's the same, isn't he? I thought he was a Galatasaray boy.
No, I'm not sure, but he came for checking that out for you, mate. Yeah, but do you think there's any chance he'll start at left back? I mean,
I think there's every chance, mate.
I've stuck up for Jefty, but the defending there on Saturday for that second goal was terrible. Yeah, terrible.
Well, I like Jefty, but he's off for him. There's no getting away for that. I can't slaughter Butland and then say Jefty's free.
No, he's not playing well, mate. He hasn't been.
No, he's not, and he hasn't been playing well for a while. He's played one decent half against Kilmarnock, but he's not really been playing well at all, mate.
No,
I think you'd need to be nuts though to play Ridvan.
Right.
You know, his country. He's going to go out there and bust a gut into it to show him what he can do. You know what I mean? And Jefty, he's rightly pointed out, he's half a boil. I mean, look at that goal against Man United. He was dreaming at the back post. Dreaming. The boy Bruno just came in at the back post and rattled the ball in the pokey. You know, he was absolute dreaming. Listen, he's no great. He's not a great defender, Jefty, and he's got a lot of time to develop. He's still got time in front of him, but if I'm Barry Ferguson, I'm playing B Ridvan because he's going to go out there and want to show his family and his country what he can do. You know what I mean? He's going to go out there and bust a gut. No disrespect to the boy, Jefty, but I just think that Ridvan would be the better choice, just being his home country and he'll want to show people what he can do.
Yes, I get that. I get that. On forum is now, but you've got a point, Albert, that you have to maybe commit the team up. Be interesting to see how that pans out. Yeah.
Aye, I mean, if you're going in forum, you take the whole 11 out. Let's be honest about it.
Well, that's true.
There's some worse than others as well. No, I mean, they've actually hit levels of badness with them all, but he doesn't deserve to be in the team. He's been caught too many times now, mate, with the same thing. And he'll not get away with it in a game like that. If he's playing that bad, he'll definitely get caught. Stevie said Manchester United is a good example.
Could the two of them be playing, mate?
Well, he might do that because he's hinting on that Ridvan can play in a number of positions. If he's asked him to play in a number of positions, one being right back, but he has pushed forward in the past, mate. So he could. It just depends what his setup's going to be. But I hope he's not going to ever there try to defend on it because that ain't going to work. That just won't work.
No, get the ball at the other end of the park. That's the best kind of defender, isn't it?
Definitely. You've got to cause them some sort of problems, and that's what we've been doing in Europe for the last 5 years. So we play this style of football that I don't know, it works well in Europe for some mental reason. And we do cause most teams problems. You can't say there's been a team that's actually dominated us for 90 minutes and we've not caused them no problems. We do cause problems, and we need to keep that going. That's for strength, mate. So they can go and gung ho, but the Mourinho's teams are no gung ho, mate. They're no gung ho. They'll try and draw you up the park and keep you up there and hit you on the break. That's his teams, mate. And he's usually got a brilliant centre forward. He's done that with every team he's been with, mate. Chelsea had Drogba. What was that guy? Beto or at Barcelona. Is it Barcelona? Or the brilliant players, brilliant centre forwards. He just bowls his team round a centre forward. Everybody else just seems to defend, and the centre forward's left to go on with it. So he's got Big Jekyll in there. That team. He's a crank centre. I don't know centre forward. Sorry, I don't know what age he is. He must be a good age now.
Whoa. It would be 10 years ago, Man City, I think. Yeah.
Aye.
Something like that, just without checking. Aye, listen, it'll be interesting, right? So, Albert, I know you've always got a list. And what you think of the team's going to be tomorrow night, then, Steve, you can chip in with it.
Me, my team would be, I told you, it would be Kelly, Tav, Suter, Balogun, Ridvan as the defence.
I never asked for Albert's team, mate.
Oh, did you? So I thought you said give me your team.
No, I said, what do you think the team will be there tomorrow night? Know what you would pick.
Right, this is what I think.
Right.
Kelly, Tavernier, Suter, Balogun, Ridvan. That's what I think the team will be.
Right. Midfield?
The Diomande, Raskin.
Carry on.
On the right, Cherny. On the left, Cortez. Through the middle, Danilo. And up front, Igaman.
So you think that's going to be the team that Barry Ferguson's going to pick tomorrow night?
Well, aye, I think so, mate.
He's going to play Cortez tomorrow night, is he?
Albert, have you had your medication?
Don't join in with him, mate. Don't join in with him. That's the team I would play, mate.
Right, that's the team you would play, right?
And then if you look at the bench, you've got a reasonably strong bench now.
Great. What do you think the team will be?
I'm not going to get through this way again.
I go at this.
Yes, of course you can, Steve. You might get a sensible answer after you.
Right. I think Barry Ferguson's team tomorrow is definitely going to be Butland, Tav, Suter, Balogun, Yefty, Raskin, Diamande. Who am I missing? I'm went blank here. Raskin, Diamande. Well, Cherny out in the right. Desert's in the middle. Who have I missed in the midfield?
Depends how you play it.
Aye. I think he'll play Hadji. Aye. I definitely think he'll play Hadji. And I think he'll play Deserts. I really do. Up front with your man out in the wing. I just mentioned them a minute ago. Tierney.
On the right. Right, I think if they go with
you'll play.
Right, if we go with the formation that we've been successful in Europe, that I'm not a particularly great fan of, right, I'll go. I think he'll select Butland, but does he deserve to get dropped? I agree with Albert. I think he does. I think he's been atrocious, Stevie, but I agree with you. I think he'll start, and that's mental, isn't it, Albert?
Aye. I don't think Kelly's a great step up for him, to be honest with you, but come on. He doesn't deserve to win that goal.
If Liam Kelly come into the team, mate, and didn't make the errors that Butland's made and save the ones that you should save, you've improved your team, mate.
True.
Yeah. Because even when Butland was man of the match, think of the ball he tried to kick up the park and kicked it straight to the Hartsburg. He made a great save for it. But it was his header caused the great save, wasn't it?
That's right.
You know? Right, so I think Butland will start, and let's assume that the two centre halves, bizarre as it seems, right? I think Tav will go back to right back, and the left back one's dodgy. I think the manager might go with Proper and one other, and then obviously see how he goes with fitness. Because if he plays the two of them break down, he could have a problem. But on form, Proper could come out the team, but I think the manager might play him, bizarre as it seems. So then you're into which setup you have. 4-2-3-1's done as well in Europe. Yeah. And if I think the manager would use to think it'll be Diamande and Raskin, I would play Igaman up top and keep Dessers for the second half. I don't know necessarily if that'll happen, because I think you've used the term where we've played the boy out of form. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Dessers has
Definitely
scored a
have.
few goals. Yeah. So then,
Well,
who
we
do you
Egerman.
play? Yeah, carry on, mate.
So we Egerman's definitely out of form. There's no doubt about that as well. But he's out of form, no his own making, in my opinion. We done that to that boy. We've dragged him into that midfield, that number 10 position, and it doesn't suit him, mate. You can see it because he's indecisive in that position. He's going through. He gets in the edge of the area, and you can see he wants to shoot, but he's saying, "Well, I'm a number 10. I'm to set chances up," and he's trying to find passes that are basically no on, mate. But he's trying to be cute with it. So you're saying, normally, if he's in that position, he just has a go, mate. He shoots right away, no hesitation. So, I think that's the reason I'd put him in the team.
Man, so if I was picking the team, I would go with Egerman up top, but I think the manager will go with Ferguson, and then it's the three behind them. Now in Europe, I would have either me personally, Czerny, and then you're into who you play on the left, right? So I wouldn't play Hadji. I would play either Jefty or Ridvan. But I think bizarrely they'll go with Hadji again. Bizarrely. Again, on form, I don't think he would be in the team. And then you've got this number 10 position. So if you play Dessers up top, do you play Egerman? Do you play Barjami? Do you play Lawrence? And none of them are playing well. So it's a puzzle. And it's not a positive puzzle we've got at this moment, Stevie.
Oh. No. Hadji, definitely for me, Barry Ferguson will play Hadji. I think it's a big stage, and I think Hadji likes a big stage. In Europe, it suits him. It's not as fast and as hectic, so I think it will suit Hadji, especially the way the European football is. It will suit him a T. So Ferguson's definitely going to play Hadji, and as you rightly say, Doc's going way back to the goalie. He doesn't deserve to be there. I've got to say, he's been absolutely a bomb scare. He's been atrocious, absolutely atrocious. And by the way, that doesn't breed confidence into your back line when you've got a keeper spilling the ball and a keeper flapping it, high balls coming out and everything else. I mean, I went back to Manchester with Jefty sleeping, but he also punched the ball in his own net that night. Oh, so for me, look, my team would be totally different for Barry Ferguson's, but what do we know? We don't see them in training. We don't know what's going on, who's got wee niggles and who's playing through the pain barrier and all the other stuff that goes with that, sports scientists and all the crap that goes along with that. So my team is definitely going to be different for Barry Ferguson's. But I think if Balogun, Souttar's fit, they'll be flung in, mate, 100%. And I think he'll play Ridvan, whether he plays him left back or pushed up with Jefty playing left back and him playing up there. I don't know. Just need to wait and see.
It's going to be interesting now. I'm not going to ask you to go mention what he says about the goal, Albert. I think you're in the same camp, eh?
Aye, with Butland.
Aye.
Definitely, mate, definitely. And there's nothing else I want to say about him. I've gave my views the other night there. He's just crap for me, mate. Somebody said that he's singing his praises when he came in at first. Why wouldn't he sing his praises? Because we all thought we were getting a good keeper, but he's actually he's a second-rate keeper, mate. And if you look at his career, that's what he's been, mate. A third-rate keeper at Man U and a second-rate keeper at Crystal Palace. That's his career, mate. Probably we actually made him the second-choice keeper for Rangers. He'd be happy, mate. He'd be really happy because that's what he's used to, being the second choice.
I'd be interested to see how this pans out long term. Listen, it's a big night tomorrow night. Obviously, it's worth a few shekels. Be good for the club, but be handy for the club. Rangers and finances seem to be making all the media at the moment. Looks as if, Stevie, the takeover's slowly moving to the right direction. Now that you've had time to reflect, Stevie, what's your views on it?
Well, what I've got to say is, look, everybody's flat as a pancake, and we've not had a great season. So we need something to lift us, and I think that's maybe coming at the right time. It's agreed in principle, is it no? Everything's in just ready to go. So for me, look, I don't know how exactly and what the finances are at Rangers and the financial fair play thing. Are we going to be able to see the good of these guys coming in right away? I don't think we are, the way the things work out. But look, we're flat as a pancake. We need fresh investment. We need new ideas. And just let's see where it takes us. So am I happy with it? I've never really bothered about the boardroom stuff, Ox. As long as the team's winning in the park, it's something you never bother with. As soon as the team's not playing great in the park, then you're looking at other things, aren't you? That's how things seem to happen. But look, I think it's a good thing it's happening. Fresh ideas, new investment, different guys, so let's just see where it takes us. For me, I am happy enough with the takeover if that's what you're asking me.
Alba?
A wee bit different, mate. I'm keeping my powder dry, but basically what I think is I'm not getting excited. I'm not that excited about it, to be honest with you. I'm just thinking to myself, let's see the plans. Let's see what they've got in mind. Let's see what the percentage they hold at the club. If it's a 51%, we'll basically gain the club away. So get that in your heads. That's what you're doing here. You're gaining the club away. So if they, whatever they say and they want to do, they're doing. They don't need any permission off Rangers supporters or foundations or anything like that. They just go and do it. They've got 51%. They can do what they want to do. They might come out with this token. Gives your thoughts on it, but it's going to make money. It's going to make money, and they're going to do it, and that's the end to that. So you need to get that in your head for a start. Our big concern is 5, 6, 10 years down the line, if it goes that far, when they sell you, who they sell you to, because you've not saying that either. So just bear in mind, be careful what you're wishing for. I think overall it's going to be a good thing, because we can't stay serious. We've got to do something different, because the club is flat, and all businesses have got to grow. And this is one of the ways that we've found to grow. And you've got to give credit to the current board. I mean, this didn't happen overnight. These guys knew this was happening, encouraged this to happen, brought this in, spoke about it, sat in the background, discussed it, blah, 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 negotiated this, that, and the next thing. So you've got to give them some credit, because they're thinking, we went as far as we can take the club. And that's fair enough. Still grateful for what these guys done. I don't like the comments, some of the comments that's been spoken about some of the guys on the board at the current time. It's not right, mate. It's just simply not right. Be grateful for what they've done. We'd have lost this club, by the way, if it wasn't for these guys. And that's a fact. So at the end of the day, I'm not excited. I'm just holding on reserve, mate. I'm holding it back. I want to know what they're going to get up to. I want to know what's the first things they're going to be doing. What's the short, middle and long-term plan that they see and where they want us to be. But this endless monopoly of Scottish football with that mob across the city has got to come to an end, mate. It's just so boring. And the way the governance of the country, the football side, the SFA, SPFL, I mean, there you go. They're going to ban 500 fans for Hampden for the next game because of some pyrotechnics. Right, it's only us and the scum they're going to ban. It's no model. If you ban 500 of their fans, that's it. They've no fans going to Hampden. Know what I mean?
I'm laughing at old Bear calling them scum. I think he's letting them off the hook.
Oh dear. Right, come and join us.
You see what I'm saying?
Come and join us. I'm glad you mentioned that, Albert. I'll come to that, the ban. I was trying to get it for after the tune, but I'll take it up. Come and join us. Use your thoughts. 0141 356 1972. Big game tomorrow night. Obviously, I accept the boys both used the term we're flat, and a result tomorrow night would hopefully lift some of the going. Not going to change our season, but it could give a wee bit of excitement for next Thursday, and we'll see where it takes us. And bizarrely, Stevie, if you do manage to get through the quarter final, let's not be kidding, mate. There'll be people looking at flights at the hotel further down the line with her.
Well, you better believe it, man. Better believe it. And the tickets get stupider and stupider. I'm not trying to get tickets. Mate, all the ones that flung the towel in. But listen, Ox, I've got to say, all the Bears that travelling earlier, well done and have a safe journey and a good trip. Many thousand did we get? What is your stadium on?
I think we get 2.5, mate. I think we get 2.5. That'd be a nice number for you, but I think, talking about that, mate, I got a message from Southside asking which shade of white you should get. Yeah?
Aye, brilliant. Oh, I'm just thinking, Jack, there'll be some Bears in there, I don't know. Oh.
He's away over there with his miniskirt, mate. He said he's taking his miniskirt. You better take your woolies with you. It'll be freezing. He's under this impression he's going to do a bit of sunbathing over there.
No, Turkey doesn't get the weather all year round. Geography's no his thing, mate.
Huh, Ox?
Yes.
Jack, he's get mixed up and went down to Turkey instead of Turkey.
Have you seen? I'm no one. Listen, I hope he's not listening. But have you seen the Nashers he's looking to get? You see the shade of them up there?
Aye. They look good, mate. He'll look like top and force if he gets them, I'll tell you.
He'll be able to eat an apple through a letterbox.
Oh dear. Oh, anyway, I come and join this geezer. So I've got the club statement concerning what was done today, and with the Rangers notes that statement from the SPFL and the sanction imposed on the club following the use of pyrotechnics in the Premier Cup sports fixture earlier this season. The club has been constantly clear that the use of pyrotechnics in matches in any competition is unacceptable and could lead to sanction. It's now come past 500 of our supporters to be locked out of the Premier League Sports Cup tie at Hampden the next time the club reaches the latter stages of that competition. I repeat, use of any future SPL, Premiership or League Cup game will lead to even more supporters, the vast majority of whom will not have used pyrotechnics, being unable to attend a future semi-final or final tie in the Premier Sports Cup at the National Stadium. Rangers again reiterate that pyrotechnics use is illegal, and will now deprive Rangers supporters the opportunity to back their team in a key match. But we get it. We were all young myself. The young boys like them. Personally, it's during the flash, mate. It's a couple of minutes. It lights up the place. It does add to the spectacle. But look, I just asked to be common sense. And we were young, Stevie. We still are young, me and you. But you'd be right there and amongst it with them. But we've got to be careful, mate. We're going to start damaging our own club for a couple of minutes of pyrotechnics, mate.
Aye. Well, what I would say to them is I'd give them a bit of advice. Don't take pyrotechnics. Take your flutes and drums with you. That'll make a plenty of racket and support the team. Get your flutes out and give it yahoo. I don't even... Listen, this is the whole thing with this country. We're not allowed in. See, when you watch all these other... Italy, Spain, and you look in the crowd, and even when you go to South American countries, you see scooters 3 high up in the top. Honestly, we can't get in with a blow-up banana. What did they want us to sit like? Did they want us
You were going to say something else there, but carry on.
You're not allowed to sing, you're not allowed to drink, you're not allowed to smoke, and you're not allowed your sparkles. You know what I mean? It's next. You know what I mean? Just gives your money. What it is get to the gate, gives your money, and bugger off. Just bugger off. We don't want you.
That's exactly it, Albert. I mean, come on, man.
And it sounds like Nazism is me and all, like. Because you let off some sparklers by 500 you're getting took out and shot. That sounds like that to me.
Well, you'll remember it first time. But well, listen, I'm not going to go at the boys. But just think before you act, because look, it's only going to get worse. The bands and that, yeah. in all the competitions, and we don't want, if we get to big games, we don't want people not being able to get in, and the boys that always turn up as well. The young teams, Stevie, yeah.
Listen, the young team's the future of your club, and as Albert said there, there's only certain songs you can sing now. All they're doing is taking your money off you, telling you where to sit, and you've not to do nothing. I mean, come on, man. Come on, all around the world that's happening. This isn't just a wee Scottish thing. This is all around the world where you see all these big giant tifos and smoke grenades and flares. And when you go to South America, it's mental things like fireworks. They're even whacking out at each other and all the rest of it. All right, you're not one. Look, they're hoarding these things. It's not as if they're throwing them at the opposing fans. And we all understand a flare, you need a firearm and whatever the rule is and all the rest of it, the law is. But come on, man. I mean, that was a game. It went, been seen and gone, and it's went by peacefully. And they're saying if it happens again, next year, yous are banned. Next year. Ticket scenarios, different people, everything else. So to me, it's just that. I've got to say, see Scottish football, they need to, as you said, Albert, Motherwell, take 500 fans off them, there'll be 3 of them stunning.
I tell you what, the supporters of each club should start getting organised, mate. You need to start fighting back at this. You need to get organised and fight back. You just say to them, you ban 500 fans, we're banning you 5,000 fans the next time your competition's out, and then we'll steadily drop that down to there'll be practically nobody in any of your rounds. We're not going anywhere. Your sponsorship will be out the window, your cup will die, your part of your organisation. We need to start hitting back. We can't just keep accepting this crap after this mob. Just, no more, mate. Just fight back. But you need to be organised to do that.
And united to fight back and organise, you know. Anyway, enough. But just we'll see where this pans out. But just be careful. And the more problem has always been the UEFA one, because I don't think they mess about. They just shut down, Stevie. You know.
Aye. What was that, Ox? You were breaking up there, mate.
If it happens in a UEFA competition, they just shut stones for the next game, and then people don't get it. Then people get annoyed with other Rangers supporters and all that. We don't want that, yeah.
Listen, but you don't want it. But I mean, you definitely don't want other fans not getting in because of it. But man, come on. But I mean, what do they want us to do at matches now? There's no alcohol. You can't sing certain songs. You're not allowed in with blow up bananas. You're not. I mean, come on. You're not allowed in with blow ups. No singing, no drink. What do they want? Do they want 20? They want 30,000 ministers at the game now, just sitting there doing nothing. And I'm going to say something. See this average on an average this season. On an average, every away ticket's between 33 quid and 35 quid. And some of the stadiums are granted it's crap. Product's crap. Getting into the stadiums are hellish. Half of them shouldn't even have a fire certificate. And I'll give you a classic example of that. Dundee United. See that, Stone? My God. How that passes a fire honestly, how that passes health and safety, never mind a fire. They need the whole product needs ripped up and started again. You football men in the right place. Somebody is going to say to the Green Brigade, the Union Bears, look, let's have dialogue. They're the people in question. There's no sense in talking to me about it or you, Ox. You need to get the heat bombers and the groups, and they know exactly who they are. And if they don't, there's something wrong. So if they get the boys on a table and say, look, stop that and that, what do you think? Everything else goes apart from just behave yourself, you know what I mean? But they need to do something. I mean, they're killing the game. They're killing the spectacle. They're doing the right thing with giving us away tickets again for the Chamber of Secrets. And they're going to come to Ibrox, a 5-star facility, you know. So they're doing the right thing there, getting away fans in. That will help the atmosphere. That's what the fans want. That's about the only thing they've done right. And God knows how long. But everything else, the pricing, the way they treat fans, what time the kick-offs are, everything. It's an absolute joke, Scottish football. It really is. When was the last time we had a game? No, apart from there, when was the last time we used to play football on Saturday at 3 o'clock, and it used to be a Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. Now you get Friday nights at 8 o'clock, Sunday nights at 5 o'clock. We know TV's dictating it. We understand that. But treat the fans a wee bit better. I mean, are we up to Dingwall on a Wednesday night? Come on, people have got work in the morning. How's the people from Belfast meant to get up for that? And everything else. That goes for both teams, by the way. It's a joke, Cox, an absolute joke. But you're right. When you go to the big European ties, especially the latter stages, if we get into the next round, you don't want any Rangers fans getting banned.
30,000 ministers, mate. I don't want 30,000 priests. Certainly not. That, mate.
Wear 2 pair of pants, that's for sure.
Plague runs will be empty.
But listen, we'll see where it pans out, and good luck to the young boys supporting the team, and maybe they'll come up with something else, mate. Yeah.
The future, mate. That's what the boys are. And I'm going to listen. I'm sticking right up for the Union Bells, and I'll tell you the reason why. Look at the political statements the One Eyebrow Brigade put up about an IRA volunteer that blew up the Biardo pub, killed 5 innocent people, 1 teenager and 1 kid, and 3 adults. 5 people died. And
that seems more about them, Stevie, that does us, doesn't it? Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. But our boys aren't doing that, Ox, in fairness to them. Just the same as the Palestine thing. Our boys have to... let's give them... Let's give our boys a bit of credit, by the way. We've not get caught up in that. We've let them wave their Palestine flags and all the rest, whatever that's got to do with football. They let them go ahead and do that. But our boys, it would have been easy for our boys to fly the Israeli flags and do tifos with the Israelis and everything else. Nobody's done it. Nobody's took the bait. And they're showing themselves up for what they really are.
We might cut out. We might cut in the middle, man. We might be flying the stars and stripes shortly, Albert.
40 diners, mate.
Yeah, but we'll fly it because of the colours, Albert, wouldn't we?
Oh, aye, definitely. We're only picking anything with green in it anyway, that's for sure, was it? It's he's right, but it's Scottish football's just... I told you it's dying. It's dying because of the officials. They're killing it. As a football side, for a viewing, it's just dying a death, mate. You'd not like to do anything. You're sitting at half time, you're going, I quite fancy a pint. Oh no, I'm not allowed to get a pint. You feel it if you're 12 again. Oh, I can't go and get a pint. I'm too young for pints now. Terrible, mate. It's just a joke. It's a
keep saying that wrong. They can say what they like, mate, but the 4 times a season, mate, is dead. It's dead. The board of all the clubs, everything, mate, yeah. But they'll not rip it up and start again, mate. Anyway, we digress, but we're heading towards the tune. What do you fancy tonight, Stevie,
I'll go for a sash, aye.
Aye. Yep. What are you, Ibroxonia, Albert?
London Dairy by the foil. London Dairy by the foil for me.
All right. Check your WhatsApp, Stevie. Check your WhatsApp. Listen, we have reached that time of the evening, so we'll see what Fox has pulled out the Rangers Radio jukebox for tonight. So get yourself a mute, because we're going to have a tune.
fought those evil men, and I'd do it all again. They say this day the time of time. So build my gallows, build them high, that I might see before I die the antrim land and the hills of County Down, and I'll see again the lights of home. I am a loyal Ulsterman. They say this day that I must die. Well, I fought that evil band, and I freed my native land. They say this day that I must die. So build my gallows, build them high, that I might see before I die the antrim land, the hills of County Down, and I'll see again the lights of home. The antrim lands, the hills of County Down, and I'll see again the lights of home.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
I think you would both be happy with that number.
Oh, very good, mate. Very good. Enjoyed that.
Yes.
Oh,
Have you stopped laughing yet, Stevie? Maybe a true word said in jester.
That was good. I enjoyed that. Yes, that's very good. It's a pity you couldn't put that on live. It's quite funny. You won't see the funny side of that, aren't you?
Aye.
Brilliant.
Right, okay. Listen, come and join us. What would your team be for tomorrow night? We're not asking what you think. Well, what your team might, not the manager's team, because, listen, it's going to be different. I get that, because I think a lot of his individual players were done with some of them, and because they're frustrated as so much. But we'll still support them if they're playing tomorrow night, Albert. Yeah?
Of course, anybody pulls that jersey on, you support. But you only critique them when they don't do enough for the jersey. You know what I mean? But aye, of course he does. Full support them. I've got to support Butland. You know what I mean? I'm going to buy him a pair of shorts that fits him.
You've been saying that for a while, mate. Maybe that's the cause of all his ills.
It might be, mate. Too tight round the old nether reaching. That could cause a problem, mate. I've had that problem myself.
I've told you should buy children's underwear. Stevie.
I don't want to comment on all Bell's underwear. No, you're all right. I'll plead the fifth.
Oh, mate, my underwear you tie at the thighs, mate. So I'm fine.
Both legs.
Both legs, mate. It's great.
Stevie, you know we get it, Butland, and obviously Tow's been criticised. Propper's come in for heavy criticism. Jeffy for his defending, and some of the times it's happened, with Dessers is a lot of conversation with him. Tavernier, Hadji, I'm not the greatest fan of Hadji, but Igaman's been good, and he's not been good to great the last few games. Burjami's frustrated the life out of us and done the invisible man. Lawrence hasn't been fit, so we've got critiquing problems with a lot of the players. But when we get to these European nights, for some reason, Something just happens, Stevie.
Is it a personal thing to the players because they're in the big show one day? Is it all about them? And is it not about the fans? Is it not about Rangers? Is it just a personal thing for them to get themselves out there and everybody's watching? I've already stated what I think it is, Ox. They just do the business in Europe because it's a different style of football and it suits Rangers better than the Premier League does. I don't think their boys are up for a scrap at all. And that's just how I see the Premier League. Like, you've got elements of the dark side in every team and they go out and kick and haggle and do everything to beat the Rangers. Everything, the dark arts. You're getting refereed at a different level, which doesn't help us either. But when you go to Europe, it's a kind of level playing field. It's a football match, and I think that suits our team a lot better. Said it before, I'll say it again. Not enough iron in our team. Not one bit of iron in our team. I've never seen a Rangers player lately get in a right dirty tackle on anybody or doing any of the dark arts. No, listen, you've got to be cute, but you don't want a team of thugs. That's not what I'm asking. But you want players to be cute with it on the park. You want players to get that bit between their teeth. When they pull that jersey on, they've got to be a different breed. And I just don't see it in some of them. I see Yefty as a young Borna Barisic. No, good at going forward. Can't defend for the life of himself. Have you replaced Borna? I think you've replaced him with better. It's as if he's never left, to be honest. And Butland, one good season, the boy's confidence is shattered. He's a bomb scare. He needs to be dropped out of the team for a while. Something has to happen with him behind the scenes and then try and bring him back if that's what you've got to do. But if somebody came in with any kind of decent money for him, I would absolutely, I'd carry him wherever he's gone because he's not the same guy. Definitely no. But there's a few of them, not just them, as you said, Lawrence and all them. Lawrence has been picking up big money and no giving us anything back in return, let's be honest. He's had a game here or there and he scored a nice goal here or there. But apart from that, Lawrence has just ripped his off. He's another man that's ripped his off, just like Roof ripped his off. And that's, been rotten. But at least Cameron scored some serious good goals for us to get us through in competitions and stuff like that. One has got. But Lawrence has done, man, he's ripped his off. Totally and utterly. Tav, what can you say about James Henry Tavernier? We've not done him any favours keeping him, mate. That's just how I seen it.
I think
should have been a bit last year, but that's not his fault, is it?
No, the contract we gave him and that, and the extension we gave him, maybe it's no. I mean, listen, I think Tav, when you look back, he had flaws in his game. I think we'll look back on fondly, and I think he deserves a bit of respect. People might say that he's not the greatest defender. Couldn't argue. Is he the greatest ever Rangers captain? I don't think so. But does he deserve a bit of respect? I think he does, yeah. Will we critique him if he's a bad game? Of course we will all there, yeah.
Tavernier's done enough to command respect, mate. There's no doubt about that. And he's got his place in Rangers history. There's no doubt about that as well. You can argue whether he should be on boards or no on boards. That makes no difference to me. But he's done some absolute unbelievable things, especially scoring and the top goal scorer in Europa League. His assists, I mean, astonishing stuff, mate. Absolutely astonishing stuff. But he can't defend. It's all been said before. But at the moment, he's done, mate. There's no getting away from it. He's done at this level. He'll probably be able to play at a lower level, no bother. But not at this level. His legs have completely gone. They're shot, mate. He said it on Saturday, and we said it was there for people to see. I just fear from tomorrow night if the winger that they've got is as quick as the people are saying. I fear he's in for a torrid time. But I'm not going to say the man deserves disrespect or he's no a good servant of Rangers. He has been a good servant of Rangers, and he turns up for his work. There's no doubt about that. The boy turns up for his work. Got a smile on his face. He's always respectful to the fans. He's always respectful to the club. He's a good ambassador. So he deserves the respect, mate. But time waits for no man.
I get that, mate. think it
It's
was
just unfortunate.
Done that when you done the 15 players. Him and Goldstein played better than the 15 put together.
It's a fact, that. It's a fact. So Goldstein's the same boat. He went away. And by the way, everybody's saying, oh, we get rid of him too soon. And it's his choice, mate. It was a case of the budget had to come down, the wage bill had to come down, the age of the squad had to come down, offer this review this review was an audit. Let's be honest about it for the old Yankee Doodle. So anyway, he's away, and that's the reason he went. And we've got a situation where Tav's got to play on and play on and play on. But in any other team, he wouldn't be holding the position. He might not be out the team completely. He might be on the bench, but he definitely wouldn't be playing all these games now. But there you are. The boy's finished and he's still turning up for his work. Most people would go, oh, here, I'm having a wee cushy one today. You know what I mean? I'll have a wee duvet season. I'll just sit on the bench and just cheer along, be a cheerleader, you know what I mean? And collect my big wage packet. No, he's out there, mate. Game in, game out. He's out there. Every game, the man's there. Doesn't matter who we're playing, where we're playing, or how we're playing.
I say no. People are entitled to think he's a good player, good servant, whatever, Stevie. I'm not making that point at all. People are entitled to their point of view, but I'm just saying he deserves respect. Two different things. You can critique him, say you don't fancy him as a player, that's fine. But he deserves respect, yeah.
Listen, he's a Rangers captain. Of course he deserves respect. My opinion is just more or less what Albert said. He's never had away for anything. He's a good ambassador. You know, his conduct off the park has been absolutely magic. Never once has he let us down. He's a nice boy. He's a nice guy, and his stats don't lie. But stats are for him personally. As a Rangers captain, we wanted to see him lift more trophies, and that's kind of where. No, you're saying you wish they could have done better, but he's never had a way. He's there. He's picked every game. For what we paid for him and what we've got out of him has been absolutely fantastic. But you could argue the point, captain-wise and defending-wise.
I get on that.
You know, there's a lot of negatives there, but there's more positives than there is negatives. James Henry Tavernier has been a good servant of Glasgow Rangers. He get put in the Hall of Fame. I think that's something you do when a player leaves the club.
I don't disagree with that, mate. Or retires, yeah.
Aye, that's for that. No wellies at the club. That's no right. But anyway, that's just my opinion. That's up to other people. They can say what they want to say. But look, he's been a good servant, man. A right back, many goals has he got? What is it? Assists? Jeez, oh man. And he scored some rockets. He scored some absolute belters. One against the wee team at Hampden, I can't mind the name of it, but one a couple against Celtic, absolutely out of this world. You know, and as Albert rightly pointed out, at a different level again. I mean, Europa League, you know, he'd be the top goal scorer for right back. Unbelievable. And what a season that year, no?
I'm going to let you into. I maybe shouldn't say this, but I've done it before. I'm sure he'll forgive me. But Mr. Fox always has his favourite player a picture, usually done properly, that above his bed. And he's had James Tavernier for years. And I asked him. I took the time to ask him. Obviously, Tav's going to leave the club, and what do you think? Or potentially going to leave the club? Who are you going to replace him with? He said, I'm glad we started the ladies' team. I could not move, mate. What a line.
He's got to go at time. I mean, he's by his time, mate. You've got to say that, haven't you? He is by his time. It's borrowed time now he's playing.
Aye, listen, he's funny enough, he wasn't my worst player in some of the games, you know, but look, when your legs have gone, they've gone, you know. It's not a criticism, it's an observation. You know, he's obviously fit enough and can get about the park, but you just lost that. I don't know. They say Hoffengard, I don't even know if it is that at the top level. I think it's a fractions all there, and it just goes and you never get it back. It's just age, isn't it?
That is, mate. It's just your spring in your. It's not your step. It's just the spring in your when you're trying to sprint. It's just no there. You just can't get off the mark quick enough, and that's all it takes, mate. Just that wee bit goes, and that's all it takes, mate. You're done. We've all been there. We've played football at amateur level, but it's the same thing, mate. You know when you're done. Try to the con and all that starts. No, I mean you're trying to pull the old soldier act, you know, or the old fly moves. But you don't get away with it. You don't get away with it, especially now. Dark arts, aye, but no, just try to pull the wool out of people's eyes. And Tabs at the moment trying to pull the wool. It's don't get me wrong, the managers keep playing them, so it says more about them than it does him, I suppose.
Maybe if Sterling would have been fit. Stevie used the term, Stevie, but turning up for your work, Sterling. His record's no fantastic. That was meant to be his ready replacement or somebody who would give him competition, you know.
Aye, one thing about Big Sterling is a wee bit tougher than Tab, but look, I wish we could. Look, I don't want to start. I mean, he is meant to be Tab's replacement, but is he going to be any good to his being injury prone all the time?
It's a fair shout, mate. It's hard to, it's when you look at his attendance record, Sterling, it's up there. It's not great, but listen, hopefully he goes on a run now, and he next season he's more consistent turning up, because it hasn't been great, if we're honest, all bit, yeah.
Correct, mate. If Tab's playing 60 games this year, I mean, Sterling still played 30 of them. That's the way it should have been. He should gradually be coming into the teams. He should have played at least 30 games. So Tab's only playing 30 games. He's pick and choose the games for Tab. And say, right, you're in there. We really need you in there. Your style of play in here, blah, blah, blah. But no, he's churning. He's even played centre half now. That's Sterling. To be fair to Sterling, he isn't playing right back all the time. We were moving him all over the park. And that didn't help him. But it's one thing saying that, and then it's another thing being fit, ready to play. Never seems to be fit and ready to play for any length of time. And that's the sad indictment of a lot of these players.
Obviously, I think you covered it brilliantly tonight. You done your list. And you wouldn't have a list of this being Dream Team Wednesday, yeah? But
no.
Your lists are always get us talking, But that was superb, that one you done.
But at the end of the day, it's one of the things, I mean, we talk about lists and all that. I mean, these basic things, is this happening inside Ibrox? Is anybody, from a managerial point of view, I'm talking about, in the manager side of the things, is anybody saying to them, look, here's this, there's X amount of games, this is the amount of games these players are playing, what's happening here? Are they a partner of injuries? Are they a partner of something we should be doing or not doing? Is it something that the players are doing that they shouldn't be doing? What's happening? They can't keep going on with these injuries season after season after season after season. It's been on for years now, mate. It's not just a new phenomenon. It's been on for years. Every team takes injuries, as we keep saying, and that's a fact. You see it for every team. Our injuries seem to be going forever. Somebody goes out the team. Look, the last one, Lawrence got there. He fell on his knee on the park, and you're going, oh, he fell on his knee. All right, that might be a wee bruise, a wee jar his knee, and all that. That should have been a couple of weeks tops. Months later, he's still on the team. You go, what happened to him? Sterling looked like if somebody had fell on the back of his leg. So you're going, well, is it broke? Is it fractured? Maybe you never found out, but it just didn't look that serious. And I know that some of the injuries that happen, they don't look serious, but they're quite serious. So ones that look serious, no, it's quite. Hadji, for example, is a good example. We understand all that, but we just seem to have players that's going out with, he's out with a hamstring. That's like 46 weeks. 3 months later, you're still not seeing the player. You're going, what happened to him? Oh, he got another wee injury when he was in training. What wee injury he was training? I mean, I don't understand. That's what's happening in the training. It's causing injuries then. We don't actually start looking at the training and saying, look, we can't keep doing this. But nobody ever actually analyses that we know or comes out with any reason why we're sitting like this. And then this collapse, every time we get time off, it used to be the winter break. Every time we get the winter break, we come back, we're crap. We fall apart. Why? And that's been happening for season after season after season. This year it's a wee break. We go, remember the international break, we come back after that, we're crap again. You're like, what's happening now? We never find out, mate, but it's happening too often. I don't know what it is. That last break we had in a row, they come back and they looked at they were knackered, absolutely knackered. I'm saying, are we training them too hard? Are we not training them harder? What is it? We need to find out. It's happening too often. But nobody ever does, mate. And it's going to happen next year again. Even with the rebuild, it's going to happen again. So we find out what's actually causing this. It's just going to keep repeating. I've got my own theories, but I'm not going to get into them. But you know what I think. I think it's skullduggery happening, mate, really, honestly.
I said I'm hoping that the new regime comes in, takes us to a different level, because one thing about American businessmen, they might speculate, but they don't want to waste money. Steve, yeah?
No, I think they'll look. There's been a bit of mismanagement, and there's been total mismanagement at our club, whether it's contracts, whether it's players taking the mickey, injuries, you name it. There's been a whole lot of mismanagement, and Americans will know put up with that, especially when it's their own money. They'll be looking into everything. If they, no matter who the personality is, or who the big shot is, or whatever's happening, they'll no belong in getting it sorted and doing it right. Because when it's their money, no, that's all that matters to them, you know. So there has been, listen, some of the stuff Albert was saying there, he's totally all right, you know. I can only agree, but look, I just wish that we used to play 23 a side down that Cahoon Park earlier between Drumchattle and Bearsden, and we used to kick each other up and down the park, and used to play all day, morning, noon and night, and you never heard of anybody. I mean, somebody might say, right, I'll give you 10 minutes, then they were back on their feet and away again and right into it all day and all night again. What is players made of these days? Going to tell me? What is players made? Huh? What they made of? They're collecting £1,000 a week, some of them. And they're acting like wee women. Yet you flick the telly and you watch Scotland v England at rugby, and they're absolutely hammering each other into the ground. Hammering each other. Jumping at each other, stoning at each other, punching each other, and yet neither of them are never injured. They're up and away. So go on to tell me what it's about. I can't fathom it out. They're overpaid prima donnas. Most of them are film stars. And we've got a hell of a lot of them, your Hadjis and Big Butlin and them that love themselves. You know, they want to start fighting for the jersey a wee bit and pay back the support, the money that the support's paying them. It's ridiculous that the hard-earned cash. I mean, some of the gruns, as I've already said to you, is an absolute joke. And you want to see your team getting them all, and you're looking at some of your teams. How's Hero playing today? Oh, he tweaks something at training. He tweaks something. He's got a wee bit of muscle, something there. I've never heard the likes of it in my life. Thank God we're not fighting Germans again. Imagine being down the trenches with them.
You know, it's amazing to me, Stevie. Golston and Tavernier can play all the games, but the rest of them can't. How come they two can play all the games, but the rest of them can't? There's somebody's swinging a lead here. I mean, definitely. They two are proving it.
Aye. If it was that simple, you'd just have everybody doing the exact same training as they do, wouldn't you?
Absolutely. They're doing it right. We're all doing it wrong. Everybody else is doing it wrong.
You know, if it was that simple. But listen, I get injuries. The Hadji one we mentioned, when he done his knee and that. You know, you can't legislate for that. Danilo up St Johnston, yeah. You know, but also take your point, mate, that some of the injuries we have had, you know, common football injuries, you know, the muscle ones, it always seems to take longer than you would expect. Albert, yeah?
Aye, and we've already found out that they're only using the old equipment properly as well, part of the equipment anyway. They're only using that. It wasn't even switched on. They didn't know how to switch the thing on. Well, this needs to be looked at. I think the Yanks will sort all that out. If that's the case and they've got equipment there, they don't know how to use it. I mean, that's diabolical, mate. That is diabolical. And it's a fact that was happening. So you sit and say, come on now. You can't have a club like Rangers, size of Rangers, biggest club in Scotland, one of biggest clubs in Britain, if not the biggest club in Britain. Huge club in Europe, worldwide, known worldwide. And you've got a training centre that just don't know what it's doing. Come on. And it sounds like they don't know what they're doing with it. From my point of view, because I'm just sick of all this injuries. As I was saying, see if you know at the end of the season, all the injured players, I've just get in there, turn the jukebox off, done what George Graham done at Tottenham, turn the jukebox off to make the treatment room an unfriendly place, and just say to them, listen, get out in the training field, you're training today. I don't care. My Stookie's going to get wet. Well, your Stookie's going to get wet then, isn't it? Get out in the training field, you're training today. Stop mollycodding these people. Get them out there. They all play. They know at the end of the season they all play. Forget about niggles and, I'm not quite 100%. Get out, you're playing.
Yeah, I think exactly he done it. Spurs it caused a bit of friction at the time, didn't it? He told the injured players because they had a load when he came in, they had to be in training between 9 and 5 and off within a week, didn't it?
Oh, well, that was it. It's something like, I think it was 15 players. I might be exaggerating. I might be no telling the right number. But he went in there and the first thing he did is he looked at it. There was a jukebox in there. There was tellies in there. There was all sorts of things in there. Took it all out, got it all out, and he turned around and says to them all, every injured player, it's a privilege to play professional football. So you've got that privilege. He says, but if you're not going to be playing, you need to turn up. So you're going to have to turn up at 9:05. And you're talking about London now. So he made them all, you'll be in here at 9 o'clock and you'll not be leaving at 5 at night. The working man has to do that every day. The working man has to fight through the traffic and all that. Day's job and then fight through the traffic, get home at night. Well, you're going to be doing the same. And you're going to spend the full day with treatment, trying to get yourself back to fitness as quickly as possible. So he had 15 players, some of them long term. And within, I think it was within 7 days to 14 days, the only person left on the table was one player left on the table, and I think he had something broken. Anderson, remember Big Anderson? They nicknamed him Sick Note. He was always injured. He's a bit like Roof and a bit like Lawrence and that. Well, to be fair to Lawrence, he's only started this as he joined us, but he was always sick. So he started. He started to play. He actually started to play. And even if Spurs fans were gobsmacked at that, because he never played. He was always injured, man. Always injured. He's a good player, Anderson. That's a frustrating thing about these things. Look, Roof's a rare player, but you just can't get him on the park. I don't know. In fact, I may look at see if he's actually playing any games for Derby.
Oh, we're quite looking at it just because it's you, mate. I wouldn't do it for anybody else, but I'll do it for you. Yeah.
Thank you. But you see, I'm saying, Stevie, aye.
Aye, 100%, mate. Aye. No, listen. Yeah, I'm just thinking. Imagine Big Jock Wallace saying to them, we got up into the sand dunes.
He wouldn't tolerate them, mate. He wouldn't tolerate this carry on at Ibrox at the moment. He just would not. Any of the players weren't fit. If they're not fit, they wouldn't be at the club. They'd be at the club. You get rid of Willie Henderson because he wore contact lenses, remember? He says, your eyesight was failing.
I think that was Willie Waddle, mate.
Willie Waddle, then. So I mean, you get but you get other players in. I mean, they've chipped a nail, and their laces are too tight, and that's it. Oh, I need to be out for 6 weeks at least.
Yes. The question is, out of all the players, do you think all the injuries were genuine? That time where we were both, the squad was depleted. We were playing young boys, we were all over the place. He's playing out of position. At that particular time, are you trying to tell me everybody sitting in that stand, there was none of them could play through a pain barrier and go in that field and fight with that jersey and do the business for the team? Oh, man, it was it. Listen, they're at it. Football players, they were at it. Your Roofs and all that there. He's done it everywhere he went.
He came on the 83rd minute away at Middlesbrough. Came out Roof, yeah.
That's 7 minutes they go. That's 7 minutes that we didn't get.
Aye.
Look, it's one of the things that we're just hoping that you're getting the next batch that come in are going to be a wee bit more manly, if you want to put it that way.
We did digress a bit. We don't know where we're taking this sometime. But let's just go back to tomorrow night, because it is a big game. It's a chance of getting to a quarter final in Europe if we can get through this tie. let's be honest, it's not something that happens that regular, Albert. We've been a bit spoiled, you know, and we've had a chance. And let's also be honest, we blew it against Benfica. We should have knocked him out last year.
Aye, we did, mate. We did. We sort of just it felt like we just went, well, aye. We'll go to this. That's good enough. With Benfica, but we definitely should have beaten them. There's no doubt about it. The more than I mean, I've said it before. Marino's no fool. He knows the Ibrox atmosphere. He'll be like that. They think they're going to get us over there, and that's the big thing. Well, I'm going to take that out of the scenario. They're going to go for this more than and not just. I don't mean we'll try and play better. They're going to go all out to finish this tie tomorrow night. And if we can stop them doing it, you'll swing the tie in your favour for Ibrox. You definitely will, mate. You definitely will. But again, our players, we don't know. We don't know. We call them fragile, and they score a couple of goals against us. Are they going to stand up to it? This is the questions that we're all asking. We know we can do it. We know we can play good football, especially in Europe. But we don't know the mental reaction of the players is going to be. You've got to roll with the punches at times. Look, Kamano. The first 30 minutes of Kamano, they scored their 2 goals, and the roof could have caved in, mate. You're looking at, you're like, don't score a third. This is going to get really, really ugly. So we managed to get through. So you say to yourself, that's a good sign, mate. They actually managed to fight in the first half, fight back into the game. And that's what you're saying, well done. That's more like it now. Okay, every team can have a bad half hour. I mean, that's just part of football. You can't be perfect all the time. But then you come out and do what they've done against Motherwell. And by the way, people say we played rotten against Motherwell. We weren't played great. We weren't totally garbage. It's self-inflicted again. That's the thing about it. Self-inflicted. And that's what you think of the more night. Don't give them anything. If they're going to get it, they've got to earn it. Don't horn them anything. Don't throw balls into the net, Butland. Don't Tavernier stay awake. Jeff playing. You stay awake, you know. So just don't self-inflict things. You know what I mean? They're good enough to get. They're going to win the game. They're good enough to win the game. But don't help them. Just please don't help them.
Aye. Listen, we're moving down to the last bit of the show. We're just going to concentrate tomorrow night's game. So let's hear from these.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Yes, come and give your thoughts, what your team would be. Are you looking forward to it? Bizarrely or perversely, even, Stevie, I'm quite looking forward to it. You know, because it's been Europe, it's been, you know, I'm not predicting, I'm not saying we're favourites, but it's Europe's been our only shining lights this year. Yeah, we've had some decent results domestically, bizarrely at Ibrox, and it's Ibrox we've ended up letting ourselves down, but I don't know why, I'm looking forward to it tomorrow night, yeah.
Aye. I'm very much the same, mate. I always look forward to the Rangers playing no matter what the circumstances. But look, we've done well in this competition. We've been punching, I mean, I don't know how many years. We've done well. We've punched above our weight. We're going to this ground tomorrow, and it's no for the faint-hearted. I just hope the boys go out with the right attitude. If Fergie's saying he's one of us, he must be saying to them, look, just get out there and show them their respect. Go out there and enjoy your football. Win your personal battles on the field and just stick to the game plan. Whatever he's got up his sleeve. Obviously, Ferguson was saying there, he studied them the last couple of games. He's watched them and whatever. So he knows they've got Tadic and players like that there. It could do a bit of damage. Look, we know that. And as Albert says, let's not make it easy for them. Let's not drop the ball in the net. Let's not give them daft penalty kicks or give referees decisions to make. Let's just go, show them their respect, stick to our game plan and fight. I mean, it's the only thing we've got left. So let's just go out there and do it for the fans. They always want. Let's go at Rangers and do the business, especially for the travelling support out there, our south side and all the troops. No. Well, let's do it for them. I'm under much of the boys are out of pocket to go there, Turkey. No, even just at flying in out in the morning and your ticket and flying back at night, you're talking a right few, Bob. So I hope the troops go out and do it for them, the travelling support.
I'm not one for spreading rumours, but I think Southside was an extra few quid because you had to get a passport for the way out and a different 40 for the way back. Albert.
As a few, Bob, mate, I'll tell you that, right? It's a right few, Bob. The boys that are flying out and flying, there is cheaper ways to go. I mean, if you're smart enough, a lot of these boys are smart enough. Via Moscow, I mean, what's meant for that?
That's true. That's true. I was reading that tonight. You see, they'd like to say, brilliant, safe journey to my mate who's saved £35 with flying into Russia first before he goes to Istanbul. £35. They'll spend that in the flight.
You better be careful because Putin puts them on the front line. You just, you're a volunteer. Are you on the front line with you?
Unbelievable, huh? Oh, I mean, that was the same as me. See that European, the Savalda, what do you call it? Aye. When we go to the final, I mean, I went to Manchester, drove down to Manchester, went to Manchester, flew into Porto, and then down to, oh my God, where was it? Flew down to
Faro.
Aye, Faro. And then for Faro into the final, and then the way back, it was Faro to Geneva. And then Manchester. I mean, that was just a trip that we all took to get in the final, no? But just some of the trips, it's planes, trains and automobiles. And no matter who we're playing or where we're playing, there'll be Rangers fans there, you know. It's unbelievable the support, and that's what hurts me the most. How do these boys know just go out tomorrow and do it for the boys that followed them through thick and thin, no matter how rotten they've been? They terraces are full. Full. And their bells locked outside. I mean, they're Tynecastle. 620 tickets for the whole of the Rangers support. Plus the players get the cut of that. Come on, man. And you get into Tynecastle and the place's seats everywhere. Just do it for the travelling bears that'll stop with ease and pay your wages and through thick and thin, they'll never let you down. Get out there tomorrow, Rangers, and do the business. Listen to what wee Fergie's saying. Stick to the game plan. Show them their respect and get out there. And I hope tomorrow that when the Rangers beat them, that wee Ferguson's asked about Mourinho and he says he's a fud.
I went to the second leg's finished.
Aye.
That's it. You might win the battle, but we've got to win the war, haven't we?
Listen, Stevie said about a 1-0 defeat. I mean, you're right all by the point you made about away goals, no counting now. It's changed ties, you know. Because obviously teams used to be 2-0 down, maybe, and then they would go out to try and steal one, maybe to get that 2-1 and it swung back there. Does it happen like that now? It's changed some of the tactics of two-legged games. But however, if we're still in a tie, it would just cause for optimism, wouldn't it?
Of course it would, mate. Of course it would. I mean, it can happen. It's happened before and it can happen again. There's no doubt about it, mate. But we're not stupid. We're not daft enough to just blindly think, oh, we're just turning up here and it's all going to fall our way. We're going to play brilliant. We know we've not been playing great, but you never know, mate. Football's supposed to be unpredictable. That's why it's great to watch. That's why it's not so good to watch in Scotland, because it's no unpredictable, it's predictable. So, aye, we're capable of it, mate. I don't know. I mean, it took me 35 years to get the new camp, so I don't give up, mate. I'll get there eventually.
We'll see what it takes us. I'm just hoping to turn up when we get the right Rangers, you know. The right Rangers. But I think we're on limbo as well, Stevie, because the footballs became a wee bit secondary because we're all waiting to everything to be sorted out half apart, if I'm being honest.
Aye. It has been, and it's as that news broke, everybody's just, it's kind of diverted as to that, innit? So, look, we'll be interested in the football tomorrow, right? As soon as that whistle goes, it'll all be all eyes on the game. And honestly, man, see if the Rangers get a result earlier, how much of a lift would that give? How much of a lift would give the Rangers support? And it's nothing more than what they're due. Know what I mean? How much of a lift Albert would we get tomorrow if we got a wee victory, 2-1, 1-0? How good would that be?
Oh, superb, mate. Absolutely superb. Especially for the supporters that way over there, know what I mean? Spending the money, definitely, mate. Definitely. And then the season's no done, man. You sit and say, it's no done yet. I mean, we're still going. It'd be fantastic, absolutely fantastic. There's certain players you're just bragging to have a good game. Just please have a good game. We know it's in you. Just bring it out. Just bring it out. The reason why also it's not so down. It's just it's what's been happening to us this season. It's difficult to get up, but too many people are writing off. And I'm not saying Rangers fans do, but too many people are writing us off in this tie. Rangers, you write us off at your peril, because we'll come back. There's no doubt about it, mate. We're back. We're coming back.
Aye, well, you never know, and the places we've got results. I mean, I talked about the Benfica game. I mean, it was an own goal and a penalty kick, wasn't it? A shot and own goal and a bad penalty kick. Goals and shooter. We should have scored more goals again. Should have been done. And then when we were worried, we gave them real problems. Ibrox couldn't score, and they broke away and scored. We should have won the tie. And then we went to Benfica, who are playing Barcelona tonight. So we went to Dortmund. As I said, we went away to Nice. All right, that doesn't look particularly a great result when you look at their form, but we still done it. We went to Athens and should have won the game at the park. The first Rangers team to win a competitive game in Sweden this season, which is mental considering some of the players that's played there. We played the teams before, but so that I think that we've hit on the frustration. So why not? Why not? I'm not saying we're going to do it. Don't misread us, but what's wrong with being a wee bit optimistic, Stevie? Yeah?
Nothing. Yet listen, we want the players to go out with the right attitude. So why should we not have the same attitude? We're Glasgow Rangers, man. We know the boys haven't been playing well domestically. But in this competition, they're just a different breed. So why would we fear this mob tomorrow night? When you've rightly named, I mean, I remember we went to Benfica and we drew 3 each. They scored a goal in the last minute, and it was a big boy that's now playing with Liverpool up front. Would you call him? He got the goal in the last couple of minutes to make it 3 each. That was another night. We should have beat them. As I said, why should we fear them? Really, why should we fear them? No, they're not exactly getting into quarter-finals and semi-finals every year, are they? Fenerbahce. So why should we fear them?
No, the Turkish teams have. I mean, they had a period, when nobody wanted to play them all better. Obviously, when Haji's Allman was there, they were kicking about the latter stages of all the tournaments, But they haven't been consistently for a while. But we've been maybe more consistent.
I mean, I'm no fearing them. I'll be honest with you. I'm no fearing them, mate. I fear us. That's the only thing I fear. I don't fear anybody.
That makes sense, mate. That makes sense.
It's on our game, we'll get anybody a game. On our game, even this team, on our game, we'll get anybody a game. But it's just that it's getting us on we're getting. It's the problem, mate. And that's one thing. But the big thing is stupid goals. That's the big thing. It's got really annoys me, mate. It's one thing getting beat, but getting beat with stupid goals, stupid avoidable goals. That really annoys me. That really irritates me. That's the thing that gets me going. But if we go toe-to-toe with them, we turn up, we'll get them again. No doubt about
that. Who has to play well? Are we saying that our goalkeeper has to play well? Our centre-forward has to play well? I know it's a team game, but who's the key personnel for you tomorrow night, Stevie?
For me, Cherny's got to have a good game tomorrow night. He's got to do what he's good at. He's got to do that. We drop to the shooter and ping a few balls. When we get up there, he's got to do that, man. He's got to just drop his shoulder, get in front of the defender and bend one right into the top pocket. He's got to do what he's good at. He's one of the players you want to have a good game tomorrow night if you've got any chance at all. Listen, they all need to be on it, don't they? But no, the players that can cause a bit of damage is your Czerny. And even the big Dezzers is playing his shooting boots on. He always gets some sort of chance. Always. So let's just hope he takes tomorrow night's one of the nights where he takes his chances. He doesn't miss an absolute sitter and then get one in the second half. He takes the sitter and he takes the one in the second half. So that's what we're looking for. You know, you're just looking for people to bone their game. They're all, listen, every single one of them will need to bone their toes tomorrow for it to work at all.
I've not checked this out about Dessers. I'm going to look and see when he scores his goals, bizarrely. I've just got an idea that he's a second half player, if that makes sense, Albert. And he's maybe
we've said that before.
That way. Yeah.
We've said that before. He's one of the players. He plays better in the second half than the first half. So that makes him a sub to me.
The defence is tired, don't they? The defence is a bit tired.
Aye. They're running out of steam.
I'd be shooting better the pace.
Maybe. Albert.
Aye, I think he's right. I think he's definitely right. But you see, try to think back. He did score a lot of goals in the second half. This Manchester United goals in the second half. The Dundee goal was the second half. The 2 against Kilmarnock the second half.
Second half. His memorable goal was the second half.
Aye, St Mirren goal was when down there for the second half as well. Was it the second half? I think it was the second half. He did score a lot of goals in the second half. Then he's got 20 this season.
I think he's 22, mate.
22. It's unbelievable. Scoring 22 goals and we're still saying, don't know about him. It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy.
Same last year, I know.
It's mental. And by the way, look, I've got my issues with Dessers, but the one thing you can't critique him for is this turning up for his work, Albert, is it?
Oh, he turns up, man. He turns up. It's just he's just unfortunate. I don't think he suits the style of the play. I just don't think he does. I don't think he's good enough for that. I call him a bad player, and that's why. Because you've got to have a certain skill set to play in that, to play that centre forward in that particular role that he's got. You don't think he's good enough for it, and by not being good enough for it, he puts the rest of the team out of balance, in my opinion. But he does pop up with the odd brilliant goal. There's no doubt about that. He doesn't score many tap-ins. It's usually absolute sublime goals he scores, but he's got crazy moments in him as well. A bit like a goalkeeper, can pull off a save and then do some crazy stuff. I don't know. I don't know that.
I think if you score the ones you should score and don't score the spectacular ones, during the season you score better goals, Stevie.
Aye, listen, man. The big guy's he's an egg man, right? As everybody says. Look what he done in Betis that night, man. He sold the guy a dummy. He's still sliding along the road, stuck it through the keeper's legs, and you're going, wow, man. I mean, I've stuck up for the guy and everybody was against him, said he's going to come good. We talk about Tav's stats. Look at the Biggin stats. Look at his stats. I mean, in most of the games, he could have had a hat-trick at Kilmarnock if he had shooting boots on that night. He's just, the big man's just, tomorrow, let's just hope and pray that when he gets his chance, he takes them. And if he does that, and he becomes a wee bit of a hero again, and let's hope he can crack on, and winning breeds confidence, and let's hope he can do the business. You know, if he can score, it helps us get through this leg into the next round, man. The Bears will not forget that. They'll get right behind the big game, and who knows?
Who knows? That's the point, Albert. Who knows?
Nobody knows. That's it, isn't it? Nobody knows. He just does what he does. But again, I hope he scores in the second half then, because it's keep it going, because he usually misses his first half chances. That's if he's playing right enough. But it's going to be interesting to see the lineup them on, the way he's going to pick them on. Obviously, he's going to bring Balogun and Suter in if at all possible. So apart from that, it'd be interesting the forward line, because the defence was hopeless on Saturday, but the forward line wasn't much better going. Creating chances or clear cut chances. So he might change it. You keep saying about the date in training. You see, you got to show up in training.
Do you think that's really that important? If I had a good game and scored a couple of goals at the weekend, but won the match, do you think the gaffer's really that bothered what I did in training?
Exactly. I wouldn't be interested. It's game day, mate, for me. It's always game day. Some players are no good trainers, but you go out there on game day and they play blinders. There's been plenty of players like that over the history of the club, over the history of football. So it's on the day, mate, for me. Always on the day. If you're going to have a bad game, have it in training. Please have it in training. But with the way they're talking, if you have it in training, you don't get a game in. So you'll never know if you're going to have a good game on an actual game day. But I like big players to turn up in games. I don't care what they do in training.
One guy I think it's important is a big game for us, and I think he's had some decent form in the last few months, but it's dipped a wee bit in the last few weeks. It's Nico Raskin, mate. He showed that he could play at this level and compete. Yeah, some of his performances earlier on were excellent. But as I said, Stevie, if we're honest, as the team's form's dipped, his form's dipped a wee bit as well.
Aye. He came back into the team there and he was, going, man, this is more like Nico Raskin we thought we were getting. And he did. But listen, the whole team's form's dipped, not just Raskin's. But listen, tomorrow night, he should be. Look, the slate's clean tomorrow night. The slate's clean for them. Let's get out there and do the business. It's a different tournament, different. Everything is different about it. Just get out there and do the business. Play to your potential. Win your battles on the part individually and stick to the game plan. And fight for everything for the fans that are standing there backing you up. They will sing for the first part of the kick-off to the end of the end of the...
I don't know if that's true, Stevie. There's a lot of them getting dentistry work tomorrow, so...
I think that couple sounded like Daffy Duck. With that many jacks.
Told say, don't get it teeth done. Don't get it teeth done. Get it here, man. Hey, we didn't listen to Albert, did he?
No. He'll come back with a new set of ears and new set of teeth or something, you know what I mean? But no, he'll look good.
Aye, well, he'll suit it, whatever, you know what I mean?
Never mind that. I want to come back with a duty free. Never mind new teeth.
Aye, get the priorities right here.
Get the 2-for-1 tequila rose. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, you better believe it. The litre bottle, Steph. The litre bottle.
2-for-1.
Aye. Oh, brilliant.
Right. We're getting near the end of the show. It's a big game for the club. I don't think it's the be all and end all. We just need to stay in the tie. We can pull surprises all where we know. We've talked about it. Even this group of players have done it. So let's hope they turn up and we get a result with tea time tomorrow night. Yeah.
Aye, that's a good thing. It's 4:46, isn't it, tomorrow?
Aye.
So get the business done, get back for your tea. That's what I say. Get over there and get it done and get back for your tea. I never spoke about the dark arts, but Marino's teams are always up to point with dark arts, mate. Blocking and pulling and falling and greeting and moaning. And he's always, so expect a lot of that tomorrow.
Aye, listen, he's been a successful manager. I think there was too much made of Phillips' comment. I think he was saying that he would rather watch the Barcelona team in their pomp than some of Marino's team. I think that's a fair comment. But to see
he never said anything controversial. It's the Scottish press. It's the Scottish press trying to do what the Scottish press is. Sorry, mate.
They done it tonight, try to get Barry dragged into the same controversy, didn't they?
Aye. They're trying to make something of it, something at nothing. So actually, they're trying to get the Fenerbahce fired up. That's what they're trying to do. The Scottish press try to get the opposition fired up so the Rangers get beat. That's what I see, mate. It's ridiculous. Mate. It's absolutely ridiculous. If that was that scum mob, do you think they would have said these things? They going to the press conference asking the questions the way they're asking them? No chance. No chance. Especially the away game. And the guy never said anything controversial. All he said was he didn't like playing against the low block. That's all he said. That's nothing more than that. And he wasn't just talking about Marino, he was talking in general. But they've took it out. It's no my cup of tea, he says. But he never. In fact, he keep praise on Marino, saying a successful man, a good man, blah blah. No, none of that's ever mentioned, mate. That doesn't fit the narrative. They scunner me, that mob. They really do scunner me.
Yeah, well, I question the work that they do to promote the game in Scotland. I don't think it's in they've got their placement, but that's a whole different show and a whole different time. Anyway, last word for your good self, Holbert, then, Stevie.
Good being on the night with Stevie boy and yourself, mate, back in the background team. Looking forward to the game tomorrow. Come on, Glasgow Rangers. We can do it. We can do it.
Stevie boy.
Aye, brilliant. Once again, been on substitute boards were slapped. My mates in Turkey getting his teeth done and that, and he's I think it's an undercover thing, I really do. But anyway, great being on with all Bell tonight. Many words of wisdom. Brilliant. Can't thank you enough for letting us on. Brilliant. Thanks very much. And come on, the Rangers tomorrow. Just do what you're capable of doing. Just get right in about them.
Yep, can I thank Stevie Robert for doing the show, Fox and Old School Blue for doing the technicals. Rangers Radio will be back at 8 o'clock tomorrow night, just normal time because of the kick-off time. Thanks for listening. Take it away, Old School Blue.